Hedge funds wait to see if Trump campaign vows become realities. Hedge funds are waiting on the sideline to see what the Trump administration is actually going to do, to see if they are going to follow through with their policies. So what does this mean? It basically means that there are uncertainties in the market, and that is why we are seeing the price action that we are currently seeing. Now, yesterday, I posted a YOLO trade on AVGO calls $185 strike for December 20th in Discord. If you followed those calls, and I'm sorry about all of the lines that are on my face because the curtains are letting a little bit of sun through, so you're going to see me all lined up and I have to speak this close to my mic. If you took these calls last night, you would have turned $600 into $3,000 by the time you woke up. In fact, much more than that. That is if you sold midday today, that is what they would have been valued at. These would have been closer to $3,500 to $4,000 just for a $600 contract, and that would have paid for Discord for probably 20 years. So get in the Discord, guys. Do not sleep on it. Now, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. First up, AMC and Gamestop. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications on. AMC is trading at $4.21. We have broken a crucial level. I said we need to hold $4.35. We did not hold $4.35. Currently, we have been dropping below that. Now, the current thing that I'm looking at, the current state for AMC is this. I am looking at this little peak right here before the rally to the very bottom that we could potentially hit, which in my opinion is $3.99 or $4, in which case I would have a buy order there, which I also alerted Discord for. Now, why do I say this? Well, if we take a look back at the January run up, you can't make this up. You had the trade in the parallel channel, the break out of the parallel channel, then you had this decline. Now, this decline right here for this whole candle was about 18%. If you come and you look at AMC, you traded in this channel. We did get the breakout and then you did sell off. Now, I'm looking at the actual initial breakout to the sell off right here, which would bring us about 18% from this peak. If I took it from the high peak up here, that would have already brought us to the bottom of the channel around $4.56. As you can see, we are selling off more than that. If you take a look at the June run up instead of the January, you saw parallel channel break out of the flag and then it come down, in which case this is what we would have seen if this same pattern ended up playing out right here, right? It would have stopped us right here and had the same run as it did in May. So since we are looking at this one, this was about an 18% drop and it came on top of the channel. The second one came to the channel and now we are coming under the channel. But you can see right here, this was an 18% decline. This was an 18% decline. And if AMC has the same move from this peak, an 18% decline brings you to $3.99. Most people will probably be watching for $3.81 to buy in, and we might not hit that level. Now, if AMC does decide to have a larger of a sell-off or take the peak from this wick right here, which is also the top of this full body candle, that is very much a possibility. So if we took that and we dropped to 18%, AMC would bottom out today, right? In fact, you'd see a wick stop today and you'd see no more decline. But as of right now, this is a harsher sell-off than we have previously seen, or this whole move was just a fake out move, and that's why you're grabbing it from the top of this candle. Now, there are a little bit of negative news for AMC fundamental wise. There's like some rats in a theater that they are closing down. So it's never just a good sign to see the company's in debt and there are rats in a theater, but there are also a lot of fake news and FUD articles that do get put out on this company. Now, GameStop is trading at $28.47, basically flat on the day. I have two routes I see GameStop going, and both of them are very bullish. First of all, we could see a bounce at $27.60. Watch that level for us to retrace to potentially $27.60. And as soon as we hit that level, you get a pop at least up to 36. And that is the first level I'm watching before declining, recapturing this channel, right? Rebasing off of this trend right around 31 and using it as support, and then flying higher, ripping heads off and coming up above $91. So about $98, just sub 100. This is only if it doesn't break algorithms. The next setup that I have is GameStop coming down and basing off of 26.40. Okay, this would be my next buying opportunity, which would essentially take us back to 32.50. get a rejection, come lower, spook everyone out to about $25.30 or 25 even, and before coming up, testing the top of the channel around $52 to $55. These are the two scenarios that I see happening, and that is what I'm watching for GameStop. I am overall still bullish, and I wouldn't want to be a short seller in this market coming into a president like Trump, as well as Roaring Kitty sitting just waiting to time his tweets, and the company's sitting on billions of dollars of cash. There's just nothing wrong with adding more, in my personal opinion. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just something that I am looking to do. Now, Greg posted today, tomorrow is Friday. If you don't know the correlation, this guy, Buck the Bunny, GameStop, Roaring Kitty, all of them tied together, Ryan Cohen, right? Treehouse Brewing Co. commented under this, yes. Now, why? I don't know if this correlates with anything, but obviously today is Friday the 13th. Drop your tinfoils in the comments down below. Now, Elon Musk is absolutely trolling the SEC because the SEC just sent out basically a demand for Elon Musk to reach a settlement within 48 hours. And this is an ongoing investigation that the SEC has into Elon Musk. Well, now a reopened investigation into Neuralink, and they're basically saying for Elon to comply and reach a settlement. And Elon is saying, oh, Gary, how could you do this to me? And Elon's lawyer is basically saying, listen, this is harassment from the SEC. This is misconduct from the SEC. So we shall see how this goes. I assume it's going to ultimately have an effect on Tesla's price action. Keep in mind, I'm loving Tesla just for the sole factor that Tesla short sellers lost $8 billion since 2024, and this article was put out November 13th. Since then, Tesla is up a mass amount. This has squashed short sellers completely out of the stock. Where are they going to reshort? I'm not sure, but it might take a catalyst to do so. Now, we are breaking above 421.50, which is a level that I had drawn out. If we continue to climb 458, but again, this thing could run out of steam temporarily and get a pullback. However, there were a lot of people, expecting a pullback that we didn't get in other stocks like Palantir. We got a little bit of a pullback, but it really didn't pull back that hard. It just pulled back to the next fib level, okay? Tesla may not get such a serious pullback, but it may get another rip to 458 and then a pullback to this fib level at 414, and that will be the new bottom for the stock potentially, or a 404. Okay, that's another level. 413 and 404, or 414 and 404 are the two buying opportunities I see for Tesla for the long term. Now, the S&P 500, 603.34, basically flat, going red on the day, breaking back into this channel that you see right here. We traded out of this channel for a few days back here, and this is the longest we've traded out of this channel right now. It is very, very hard to stay out of this channel. Think of it as a magnet. Now, you're coming back in, breaking below a key level at 604.50 or 604 in general. If we continue to sell off, in which case I do think we can watch 602.50. If we don't get to that, I'd watch 600 or 599 by Tuesday, because we do have that meeting next week that will overall affect the market and give us that crash, or the second half of the melt up before a crash. Now, if we come down to 599 and we get good news on the SPY and we come back up to this channel at 607, I'm watching for 623 to get hit, in which case I will be completely all out likely. Obviously, I will evaluate from there, but I will be eyeing up some shorts at 623 or the next fib at 653, but I don't know how long or how large this melt up will be. Now, NVIDIA, we could have held on to those puts on NVIDIA. We let them go on this doji candle. The only reason for that is because the Magnificent Seven was getting tons and tons of money flow into it, and I didn't want to take a huge loss on NVIDIA. I only took a 15% loss. Now, we did get this breakdown out of this channel. If NVIDIA gets under 132.50, this is a short, in my opinion, down to at least 132, 123, and potentially 117 or 115, okay? Somewhere in this box down here that you see right now. But keep in mind, NVIDIA did this once, twice, and now a third time. If we get any sort of catalyst tonight, this thing is going to start booming, okay? You need to keep this in mind. There's not a play here, in my opinion, just yet. You need to wait for confirmation. Now, Google also gapped all the way up, obviously, but coming, and we're basing off of this fib level. This could be a buying opportunity for Google, but again, there's not confirmation just yet. We need to see if Google is going to hold here, but this could be the last buying opportunity, sub $200 on Google. Now, the trade we took in Discord was beautiful for AVGO. It came all the way from around 180 to 218, which is just disgusting, up over 20%. And honestly, my only gauge on this was money was flowing into the Magnificent Seven plus one stock, and it was Broadcom. It was AVGO. So with these alerts that we see in Discord and with all the alerts that we have open to us, we can see that whales were loading up on this play, and that's the only thing I took it as, full transparency. Now Bitcoin is coming up and retesting this supply zone up here. Okay, Bitcoin could get a hard rejection either here, either at 103,600 or 106, or just sub 106, anywhere in this box. If you gap above this box or into it and start consolidating, and you break out of this and you come and you retest it, this is easily going into the next zone right around 120K, right? And even potentially could smash through that to 136K, so on and so forth, maybe even higher than that. Now, a lot of memes are kind of stuck waiting to see what Bitcoin and the market is going to do. And next week, we are going to figure out if we have a second half of a melt up, in which case Bonk, Pepe, Dogecoin, plenty of other coins are going to either test their recent all-time high, break past an all-time high, or just, basically go parabolic. So it was 57 cents for Dogecoin, 74 cents, and then potentially to break up to $1 for Dogecoin, which would be very, very exciting. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. If you're not subscribed, guys, please subscribe, because if the 40% of you guys subscribe and join on this journey to financial freedom, we would be over 50K subscribers, and I would be greatly appreciating if you were to do that. So go do that. Check the top link in the description to come talk with me and see my trades as soon as I take them. We have options, sweep orders, dark pool trade alerts, insider trade alerts, market news, and more in the Discord. And overall, the best people, the best vibes who are trying to become financially free like yourself. So if you want any shot at quitting your 9 to 5 and getting out of the rat race, get in the Discord. It is insanely cheap for the value you get out of it. On top of that, if you guys want up to 15 free stocks, use the Moomoo link. It's the second link in the description. Open an account through this free broker, and once you make a deposit after they approve you, it should only take 2 minutes. They will give you up to 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, and allow you to earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, which is absolutely insane. They also give you some cool tools like access to level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader. So go to that. Discord and Moomoo link is in the top of the description. I love you all. God bless. Lottery stocks out.